In the near future, a new game genre is introduced, AI game development. It is amazing, beautiful, and without bugs. Solo game developers are extinct. Game studios are closed. People enjoy free games.
Meanwhile,
today I made a little battle between three outstanding AIs of 2025, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and ClaudeAI. All of them will help me to create new levels for my SuperHeroCorporation game. Enjoy! I gave all three AIs the same prompt to think of a level for my SuperHeroCorporation game, and they generated ideas. In fact, all of them are different and unique. We will rank each AI, but the criteria I will tell at the end of the video, so stay tuned. And the first contestant is ChatGPT. ChatGPT went with the bomb diffusion idea. That's ironic because one of the first ideas I wanted to implement was exactly this. As you see, it has generated all the scenarios, scenes, and we started to move forward. It generated some assets, some of them I used and some not. I created a new scene, and for the first time with this whole game project, I tried to make the file system a little nicer. Okay, ChatGPT, lead us to the success. We start with the main scene. I created a new node 2D. This will be the main level. I created another scene, made the root as area 2D, added the sprite with texture of animated sprite. I have found this asset pack for bombs for each.io. At least this can serve as a placeholder for now. Okay, so for the challenge itself I created the node 2D, added bomb node which is a sprite, a timer and another node for wires. Oh, I didn't tell you the challenge itself, silly me. So, there will be generated a random sequence for each time the scene is loaded, and player should cut the wires with correct sequence. If you cut the wrong wire, everything resets and you start anew. Of course you are time limited, 10 seconds is perfect time for 4 wires. This idea was actually mine because what ChatGPT suggested was kind of hard to implement for me and also to play for the player. For wires, I summoned the hidden artist inside me, opened Photoshop and... yeah, this is what I got. At least we have something. For cutting the wires, I created buttons and made them childs of the wires. I created 2 types of each color, a whole wire and a cut one. I promise I will add some textures to the button in the future. After this, I implemented logic for my main scene, where at first player will see a bump on the root. By clicking on the bump, the challenge scene will be opened and the timer will start countdown. This was pretty easy yet time-taking. However, you will be surprised at what challenges other 2 AIs thought of. But before we go to the second AI, a friendly reminder that SHAPEQUEST is available on Google Play. A little game that may help you kill some time not overthinking a lot of things. Download with the link in the description. And now to the second AI, DeepSeek. You guys rocked the last video with DeepSeek and it became the most viewed video in my channel, so I could not include it today. I gave the same prompt as to ChatGPT and enabled thinking mode. And I just was amazed at how much it was thinking before giving an answer, but honestly, most of what it was thinking of was Anyways, we have a challenge, Precision Strike. The idea of the challenge is that an enemy attacks the city and we should click with the correct timing so that the hero is on the red zone. In that case, enemy takes damage, otherwise we take damage. Pretty simple. DeepSeek doesn't generate assets, so I went in and searched the web. Here is a robot that will serve as an enemy. Everything other is just the basics. There is this timing scene, consisting of 2 color rects, one for background and other for the critical zone, and a sprite for the hero. The code was simple and not much was left to improve. I created the enemy scene, I made it an animated sprite and created couple animations from the asset. Gave health to the enemy and added everything to the main scene. Made simple end screen for victory or lose, and this was pretty much everything. Still very simple concept, but working.
And now!
9
It's
The concept that this AI suggested was really impressive. It was more complicated, and to be honest, I almost never touched the script. Whatever it wrote just worked perfectly. So the idea is this. We have a grid. There is an enemy and 3 power stations. Players should place the power wires to surround the enemy to win. But they should be powered in order to surround the enemy, and they get power if they are near a power station or a powered wire. I hope I could explain it to you. And for this time, I fully used the assets ClaudeAI generated. They were just perfect fit. I needed only to create scenes. So for the tile, I created a node 2D, added a sprite that ClaudeAI generated, and an area 2D with collision shape. The code was provided by Claude and it was pretty much working. Added a node that is for grouping the tiles, so I added the same tile like 6 times 6 times because the grid is 6 by 6, and named each tile. So for example, the first tile is tile 0, 0, second is tile 0, 1, and etc. until we get to tile 5, 5. Added a canvas layer for UI for energy and timer. What energy? Oh, I again forgot to tell. So much things I am forgetting. Each power wire costs energy, and player gets 100 energy at start. You lose if timer finishes, but honestly, at this moment for this game, it is impossible to lose because it is too easy.
Come on, man! That's too easy!
I made an end screen as well, tested, and voila, everything works. So these were 3 levels generated by AIs. Now it's time to rank them. I will rank with the following criteria: the idea, implementation, assets, and difficulty. Starting with ChatGPT. For idea, I will give 7 out of 10, and that's pretty much what I can tell about it. Implementation. The implementation process was not that hard, although I needed to go back and forth with code, so I gave it 6 out of 10. Assets. I mean, it generated some assets, but they were not of help, so 1 out of 10 for the try. The difficulty. I can see how I can implement this for more difficult levels, so definitely a strong 9. DeepSeek. Idea. It was more original, so I would give 8. Implementation. Here I got some issues. First of all, because of the server lags in DeepSeek. I had to make some logics myself, like narrowing the critical zone and other implementations, so I will give 5. Assets. Well, it didn't generate any assets, so 0. Difficulty. To be honest, I see how fast this can be boring with difficulty, as there is not much to go from the point I am in. So for difficulty I will give 5. And ClaudeAI. Idea. Definitely a 9. It was a very original idea and it just thought of every aspect of it. Implementation. I would give it a whole 10. I just had nothing to change in the code. A clean working code. Every step to implement the scenes were just exactly what it needed. I added only things that I wanted to see and not issues. Assets. Again 10. I fully used the assets that Claude gave and didn't use any other asset. Difficulty. Here I have to give low grade because I didn't see how I can make it harder gradually. Current position is too easy. So 4. So what we have? ChatGPT has 24 points, DeepSeek has 18 points and ClaudeAI has 33 points. Amazing results! Write in the comments which challenge did you like the most and what you have to suggest for my game. New videos are in the way, so be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to be aware of them. And don't forget to download SHAPEQUEST on your phone. Thanks and God bless you all.